Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. United Community Bank, an independent family-owned and operated bank committed to empowering customers to achieve their financial goals. Member FDIC. Frazee Family Foods, what a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar, perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Hi, I'm Karen Downing, and this is Spotlight on Frazee. Well, we get to be at OK Lumber and Hardware in Frazee on Main Street, and this is John Olson, owner.
One of the owners.
One of the owners.
Yep.
The guy in the office.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we were talking a bit. I think it's so interesting, your history here in Frazee. I know that you bought this in 2010.
Yes.
But before then, you were a teacher in Frazee.
I was.
Tell me about that.
I started teaching in Frazee in 1979, the fall of 79. So ended up teaching in Frazee for 32 years.
Wow, 32 years.
32
awesome.
years. When we bought the lumberyard in 2010, and I was still teaching.
Okay.
So I had another year of teaching after we bought the lumberyard. So I was going back and forth in between.
Well, tell us about what you were teaching in Frazee. It was Frazee High School, right?
Frazee High School.
Right.
I was the industrial arts wood shop teacher.
Right.
And we had a program that we started was called Construction Trades, where we built a house every year. So I've got 10, 12, 13 houses scattered around the area that
That's
the kids have
outstanding.
built.
And then all the kids that you taught, while they were building too, right?
Yeah, they loved it. It was a great class.
Right.
It was fun.
I bet you had quite a few kids come out of there and go into the
yes, definitely.
construction.
We've got a few contractors that work in the area yet, and some of them work with their dads. We have a lot of father-son, contracting businesses. So
nice.
It's fun when you'll get a customer come in and they'll want me to draw a plan or something or help them figure out their house. And it's a former student, so that's what really makes it interesting.
Yeah,
it's fun.
nice. That is a really nice Frazee story.
I just enjoy that.
Yeah, and I'm always just taken with the history here in Frazee, the people and all that they've done, all the years they've been here, all that they've accomplished, and so thanks for all those years at the high school.
Well, I enjoyed it.
All you poured into those people's lives, yeah.
It was fun.
So let's talk about, you have a lumberyard here. Tell me exactly what do you have here? What are the options?
Well, this is a full-service lumberyard, just like any of the lumberyards in the area. We'll start right from the ground up. So I mean, anything that you need it's of course all the framing and all of your floor trusses and roof trusses and windows, doors, siding, cabinets. Trim, sheetrock, insulation. There's nothing we can't get. So I mean, of course, during COVID, you could get it, but it would take quite a bit longer.
Right, I remember that. That was a harder time, both ends for the people, and I'm sure for you too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But as far as anything with building material, and all the lumberyards in the area, we pretty much get our material from the same suppliers.
Okay.
So I mean, it's pretty standard.
Okay. So let's say I'm in the area and I'm buying a house that needs some work, okay? And we move in and we realize, okay, we got to replace these windows. And we look at the kitchen and say, this needs just to be gutted. Where do I start?
Well, you have, first of all, if you don't have a plan, you can come and talk to me and I can help you with a plan if you're going to redo a kitchen.
Start with the kitchen, yeah.
Let's say we're
what would we do there?
Well, we'll see what your layout is, where all of your plumbing is, and if you're not going to change any of that. And then I've got a program on the computer where I can draw and design all the kitchen cabinets.
You do?
And it's a 3D program. People can see it. And then what I'll do is I'll send those into I have a couple different cabinet companies, and they'll, work up a bid on that.
Okay.
So if you want windows or something, of course I'll go out on site and I'll measure where the windows are.
You will?
Oh yeah, I do a lot of that.
Okay.
Especially windows. If somebody wants to replace windows, and I'm going to order the windows, kind of what I do here, I do the ordering on that kind of stuff. I'll go out to their house and I'll measure every window exactly, because if you order windows and they're wrong, then you're stuck with them.
That's right.
You know, sometimes a homeowner will say, well, we could measure it, and I'll say, no, I'll come out.
I can see that.
We go out and take care of that kind of stuff.
Good service. Good service. All right. Well, you also said that you named off to me, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 houses that are being
right now? We've got 4 houses going on right now,
and there's substantial houses. Aren't
oh yeah,
they? So tell me a little bit about them.
So right now, 2 weeks ago, we just started framing had the contractor start framing a 2-story house on West Lake Drive in Detroit Lakes. So I mean, they're in the framing process.
Right.
So.
And it's happening right now in January.
Right now in January, we've got most of our contractors work full year round right now.
Okay.
And we got a big that's on Detroit Lake. Then we have another one on Cotton Lake that they're doing the siding, and the sheetrock was just delivered today.
Okay.
So they're doing the inside work, and they're going to do the siding on the exterior.
Cotton Lake is a really sought after area.
Yeah, it's the owners are from Bismarck. You know, there are a lot of North Dakota people on a lot of the lakes are.
Oh, okay.
And then we have another one on Big Toad Lake. Then we just finished one on Heideland Lake.
Okay.
So then, you know, we've got a few other remodels. There's one on Acorn Lake where they're putting an addition on. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now, which
sounds like
helps get us through the winter, you know.
Definitely. And the contractors.
Oh yeah, they keep busy. I mean, you know, their workers want to make money, so they got to keep them going.
That's right. So just clarify this. If someone is out there and wants to build a substantial house, well, whatever size house, they can start by coming in and talking to you?
Come right in here, and that's what we do. I mean, the houses nowadays, if you can build one for $250,000 to $300,000, that's a pretty low ball house nowadays, you know.
Right.
But most of them are in the $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 or more to build a substantial type house, and that's what we've got going on. So.
Right. Well, I won't lie. I'm kind of surprised at the scale of what's happening out of your business here.
It was pretty surprising when we bought this place in 2010. The economy was tanked. It was terrible. We had a meeting in Frazee at the event center because the guy that owned this lumberyard was going to shut it down. So we had a meeting, a bunch of people got together, and the town, you know, didn't want to lose a hardware store and a lumberyard in your town.
Sure.
So they were thinking about getting a group of 25 investors together and maybe try to buy the lumberyard and keep it going. So after that happened, I think that night or the next night, my partner, Kent Ketter, he was working at Steelwood Supply, a lumberyard in Detroit Lakes.
Okay.
And he called me and he said, "What do you think? Should we get together and think about buying the lumberyard?" So then we contacted my son, Jonathan, who also worked at Steelwood Supply. And the three of us got together. We talked to John Smith at the time, who was the city administrator, and he called the guy in Brookings, South Dakota, who owned actually 3 lumberyards, and one in Frazee, Perham, and Mills.
Okay.
And we had a meeting, and we set it up, and we bought the lumberyard, and the rest is history.
Well,
it was fun.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, we all worked out. We had some, you know, the economy wasn't very good at the time, so a lot of people were saying,
that was a big risk for
what's
you.
wrong with you?
Right.
So it was going to be a retirement thing for me. The last 3 or 4 years, 15 years later, we're still here.
Well, we're glad that you're here.
Well, I enjoy it. So.
I want to mention too that you do have a hardware store here.
Yes.
And that is very handy in Frazee, that we don't have, we don't have to drive anywhere else to pick up what we need here. I know I've stopped in before for paint supplies. I was over here working, and I thought, oh man, all I need is a paintbrush, and I forget what else. And I ran in, and there it was.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people do that.
And they'll come in and buy just one little thing, and when they leave, they'll say, "We're glad you're here." They're just glad we're here.
Yes.
So are we.
I agree with that. Yeah. So before we close, I just want to mention that you're also a grandpa in the community, and you showed me pictures of all your grandkids on the wall, and I know you're really proud of all of them.
Oh yeah.
You've already got a couple kids in college, grandkids in college,
yes.
and well, that shows your history here. You're you're a foundational person in Frazee.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we enjoy being here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for visiting with us today. Really appreciate it. And whatever, we just bless you in your business and all that's coming down the road here. And just look forward to seeing what else happens here in Frazee.
Well, thanks.
So,
appreciate you being here too.
Yeah, thanks. Well, thanks for joining us today. This has been Spotlight on Frazee. Let's keep Frazee moving forward.